This is our welcome to the class of 2025. We're excited for new 8th graders who will be joining our Bulldog family. Some of you are coming from LeGrand Vikings, some of you are coming from Planada Tigers, and some of you are coming from Plainsburg Panthers. So we are excited to have all of you join us because now you are all going to be a LeGrand Bulldog. And we are one big happy family. So welcome to the class of 2025, and we will move on to the next slide.
Just a reminder, we are going to be recording this presentation and posting it on our YouTube and our website. So that way, if you need to come back and reference it, you may. So we will be recording this presentation.
And if I can ask Superintendent Ali, just if you can go back to, and Daniel, to the previous slide, I would like to highlight something that it's, I think, very important. Over the past few years, and this year is not the exception, if you see the logo right on top, the right top corner, LeGrand High School has, become, and this is something that we are very, very proud of. We are once again named one of the best high schools by the U.S. News and World Report in their annual rankings. And this year around, we once again were able to maintain the #1 spot as the best high school in Merced County. So we'll be talking a little bit more about that, but that's something that I want to share with you guys, as we are also very proud of that.
And that just came out yesterday, so I always like to congratulate our staff for the excellent work that they do with our kids on this. So yes, very proud of that. And as Dr. Martinez said, this has happened to us now 6-7 times. So, and you will see us, we will put this best high school rankings on here. So on different things as we present things to kids and parents throughout the year. Okay, so on to the next slide so we can do introductions. So I'm gonna let everybody introduce themselves, and that's why it's important for cameras to be on. I am Donna Alley. I am the superintendent for LeGrand High School District. And so if you guys ever need anything, have any questions, you're always welcome to call the district office or email me. So we'll move on to Dr. Martinez.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the Bulldog Nation. My name is Dr. Javier Martinez, and I am the proud principal at LeGrand High School.
Next, we will go with Miss Gia Pradell. No?
I think she stepped away, Miss Allie.
Okay, then we will go with you, Jesus.
So my name is Jesus Lopez Moreno, and I'm the IT coordinator at the district. I pretty much handle anything that has to do with technology, computers, Chromebooks. We also have Daniel Callejas, who helps in the IT department. So go ahead, Daniel, introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Daniel. I also work in the IT department. I handle the media side of technology and flyers, posters, and getting the message out. So that's my role here at the high school.
And then since we're with IT, Mrs. Allison Lopez.
Hello, I do work in our IT department, supporting teachers and students with technology. I'm also one of the English teachers, and I work with some of our other support programs.
Norma Maciel.
Hi, buenas noches. So my name is Norma Maciel. I'm the counselor at LeGrand High School. I've been there 17 years, so probably had some of you parents as students, and now I'll be working with your children. Buenas tardes o buenas noches, soy la señora Maciel, soy la consejera académica de la escuela de LeGrand. Ya tengo allí 17 años y he trabajado con quizás algunos de ustedes y ahora con sus hijos.
Rosa Campos.
She may be with parents. We had some parents here. Oh, there she goes. Okay.
Yes.
Buenas tardes, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. I'm trying to get some parents set up that showed up on campus and make sure they get the same information you all are getting tonight. But yes, I am the other counselor here at the high school. I primarily work with our medical and our Ag Academy students, along with our students that need additional support here. Bienvenidos a todos. Yo soy la señora Campos, soy una de las consejeras aquí en la high school. Trabajo la mayor parte de mi trabajo es con los estudiantes que están en la Academia de Agricultura o en la de Medicina y con los estudiantes que necesitan apoyo adicional.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Pradell,
Who's going to be my interpreter?
we'll have somebody interpret for you. Go ahead.
Hello, my name is Ms. Pradell. I am the athletic director here at LeGrand High School and also the administration. I'm the principal for Granada High School and I coach volleyball and softball. I'm actually at volleyball practice right now. So if you hear noise, that's because the girls are at practice. I've been here for 22 years. I was a PE teacher before and now I've been an administrator for the last 3 years.
Dr. Martinez, you want to translate that for her?
La señora Gia Pradell es nuestra administradora, es la directora de la escuela de Granada. También es una de nuestras entrenadoras, entrena a los atletas de voleibol y de softball. Ha estado ahí en la escuela por ya 22 años. Pues obviamente también trabaja es coordinadora del programa de atletismo.
Okay, Amanda Galan.
Hello, everyone. My name is Amanda Galan. I'm the ASB Activities Director. So I work a lot with student life and leadership here on campus, and I'm also one of the ag teachers and the head FFA advisor.
Okay. Lucero.
Hi, everybody. My name is Lucero Vera, and I am the After School Program Coordinator. Buenas tardes, soy Lucero Vera, soy la coordinadora del programa Después de Escuela.
Fernando.
Good evening. My name is Fernando Maciel. I work with the Restorative Justice Practices. I'm the conflict resolution leader on campus. So in essence, I help peer students resolve conflict, or when teachers and students are having misunderstanding, I help them find some common ground so they could refocus on their academics.
Okay. Estela Bustamante.
Yes. Hello, my name is Estela Bustamante. I am the liaison here at LeGrand High School. Me llamo Estela y aquí estoy para sus órdenes. Soy la enlace de la escuela.
Okay, and then Daniel Barrios.
Hi, everyone. I'm Daniel. I'm the student advocate here at the LeGrand High School campus. Hola, buenas tardes a todos. Mi nombre es Daniel Barrios y yo soy el apoyador de los estudiantes.
Okay, so these are our core key group people who will deal with your students on a regular basis. So we'll move on to the next slide. So at this point, we are going to break out into an English and a Spanish session. So it says, click on the link in the chat box. And the chat box, if you don't know where that is, it's the one that has the box with the 3 lines in it. And we do not have a link in the chat box, guys.
Give me 1 second, Ms. Ali. I'll put it there.
Thank you. And only the ones moving to the Spanish presentation will click on this link, correct? And the English speaking parents will stay with us on this.
Para los padres que hablan nada más español y quieren escuchar las presentaciones en español, en la caja de chat, una cajita verde que está al lado, se le va a poner allí un Lucero Vera Sánchez, puso una clave donde tienen que entrar y ahí van a poder escuchar la presentación en español.
Bien, entonces aquellos que hablan solamente el español, les pido que opriman ese vínculo que se encuentra ahí en esa caja. Nos vemos en unos 30 segundos en el otro lado.
Okay, so the link is in the chat now. So those of you that want to hear this presentation in Spanish, may click on that. And everybody else will stay in this group.
Para los que acaban de entrar, pueden cerrar la otra presentación para que no se escuche las.
Okay, Daniel, you can move us on to the next slide, please. So tonight's agenda, we're going to go over high school graduation requirements. We are going to look at the different clubs, sports, and after-school programs that we have. And we want to encourage students to participate. Your high school experience will be more gratifying and more satisfying the more you're involved at high school with the different activities that go on. And then we will go over support for students and parents. And parents, any questions you may have, you can put them in the chat underneath the link that's there, or just type your question, or you can unmute yourself and ask a question at any time during the presentation. So we will move on to the next slide. And who's covering graduation? Okay.
Okay, sorry, I was setting up parents in my room, the Spanish one. Okay, so good afternoon, everybody. Hopefully is working here. So here at Lee Grant High School, just a little information about how grades and credits work. So most of you at your current school, you take your classes, and sometimes you might not do so well in them, but you still move on grades, and you kind of don't have to retake the class. But for high school, you actually, every class is going to be worth 10 credits, 5 credits every semester. So in a regular school year, when you're taking 7 classes, you're going to be earning 35 credits for the semester. And in a year, you can earn up to 70 credits. In order to earn those credits for high school graduation, you need a D, which is usually a 60%. But if you are interested in applying directly to four-year universities like CSU, Stanislaus, Fresno State, Sac State, San Jose State, or the UCs, UC Merced, Davis, Berkeley, UCLA, Santa Cruz, you need to earn a C in the class to meet those A through G requirements. Okay, and when you are, in order to maintain progress for graduation, you'll see in ahead, but you need to earn, out of those 70 credits that are the max you can earn, you need to earn about 60 every year, just credit-wise, okay? And then, so grades and timelines and how and when you'll receive your grades. So we are gonna start school August 9th, and that's the beginning of the semester. Sometimes some folks will let you know you have a 0.0 GPA. I like to tell students you actually have a 4.0 GPA when you start school. So on August 9th, everybody's going to have a 4.0. Now, we know everybody's not going to have a 4.0 by the end of the semester, but that's what you kind of start with. And the minute you don't turn in assignments or you don't complete, what the teachers expected of you, then that's when your grade kind of comes down. So it could come down really quickly if you right away start missing assignments. But you'll receive your first progress report on September 17th, a second progress report on October 19th, and then your semester grades on December 17th. So please note that those progress reports do not go on your transcript, but they do determine eligibility for extracurricular activities like sports and athletics, and Ms. Perdal will talk a little bit about that later on. So August 9th, all of our 9th graders will be eligible, but then the 17th and the October 29th, things may change. And then spring semester will start January 10th. And again, you have 2 progress reports, February 25th and April 8th, and then June 2nd. So those December and June 2nd grades are the ones that determine whether you earn the credit for the class or not. And those are the ones that go on your transcript forever and ever and ever and ever. Please make a note that our winter break is that December 20th through January 7th. Please do not plan to go on vacation before then. And please, if you do plan to come back by that date, just so that you don't miss school. Okay. So those are our graduation requirements. Like I mentioned earlier, you need 240 credits to graduate by the time you're a senior. And there we divide it up into the different subject areas. So you'll need your 40 credits of English, 30 credits in social studies, 20 or 30 credits in math, and then 20 or 30 credits in science. You need 2 years of PE. Your 1 year of either a foreign language, which we have Spanish here, a CTE class, or a fine arts. And then 1 year of business, and then the rest of your credits will be elective credits, okay? In addition, and you can move on to the next slide. So the ones I just talked about were traditional high school diploma. If any of you have seen or attended our graduation ceremonies, our green cap and gown is our traditional diploma. And we also have an honors diploma, which is our white gowns. And so in order to, if you were interested or an honors diploma is something you want to work towards, then those are additional requirements besides the graduation requirements. We will require you the 250 instead of 240. And then we'll require the 4 years of core classes. So you'll be taking science and math for your 4 years, 3.75 GPA, okay? We want to make sure that on honors, our honors diploma truly is an honor, and it is, you know, something that we want all of our students to accomplish if they work hard. A 3.7 GPA students really is, you're earning mostly A's and B's, okay? It's maybe all A's and 1 B here and there. So you really got to make sure that you work hard if that's what you want to accomplish. And then we require you to take either 1 AP class or 1 college class. Again, those are our students graduating with their white gowns, and they also receive our BLOS scholarship when they graduate. On top or besides our honors diploma, also students, make sure you know that A through G requirements, the requirements you need to apply to those 4-year universities, are a different set of requirements, okay? Most of our classes will fulfill your A through G requirements. You just want to make sure that you know that if you want that, keep that door open as you go on through high school, you are fulfilling those requirements. The most important things that I always tell students, if you want to complete A through G, is make sure you take your foreign language, either freshman or sophomore year, your first year, and then make sure you take your second year, ideally by the time you're a junior, okay? And again, you need to take have C's in those classes, not the D's, and the GPA has to be around the 3.0 range, okay? And then, like I said in my introduction, I am the Academy counselor. So here at Lee Grant High School, we have 2 different academies. So you're asking, well, what is that? So an academy is a career pathway. We have an ag and our medical, and it's a program that students participate in or commit to 4 years. These students are grouped in a cohort. So I have a freshman through senior cohort for each academy, and they take classes together. All of our academy classes are A through G, most of them actually. All of our medical are A through G, and then most of our ag are also A through G courses approved. And the idea is that with the academy, we're going to get you college and career ready. We want our students to be ready for both, okay? They take, along with a core, usually a science class, they also take a career technical education course, which if anybody is familiar with a ROP, that's the new term for ROP courses. You might sometimes hear that we call them our CTE class or our ROP class. They're still called ROP classes, but it's those classes that have hands-on learning experiences for our students and are teaching them. They're earning career certifications in these classes. We participate in career-based learning activities, whether that's guest speakers, when we can have guest speakers in the classroom, and also having industry tours and going out to the different industries and learning about what is it that they're doing. Again, it's career exploration along with getting them ready for college. And they earn college credit in various of our courses. right? They're articulated or dual enrollment with Merced College. So that's kind of the things. Both of our academies offer, again, the career exploration, leadership experiences. We have for our Ag FFA, our leadership or student organization. For our medical, we have HOSA. And then we want to make sure that they see themselves and they explore the different careers and the different options they have within these industries. Our medical academy started here at the high school. We've had 3 graduating classes and they started as freshmen.
7 years ago.
Yes, back in 2013, 2014. And the real goal and purpose of starting our medical academy is to improve the health and the healthcare of our communities here in Merced County, along with preparing our future health professionals, right? Of growing our own doctors and nurses. So the idea is we get them interested in the career, we send them out, they go become a healthcare professional, and then come back and serve Merced County. And with that,
I saw a couple of raised hands. Did we have some questions? Because I know that we're moving quickly, so I want to know if anybody has any questions to please ask them. No? You can also put them in the chat.
I have a question.
Okay.
Okay. So for the medical academy, I'm reading the slide and it says that it is recommended for those students that are thinking of doing the medical field once they graduate. So this is getting them prepared for that?
Yes.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
And then our Ag Academy really focusing on letting students explore that there are all of the different professional careers that they can obtain within the ag industry, along with making sure that they're competitive applicants for some of our ag colleges and universities, including Merced College, Modesto Junior College, UC Davis, Cal Poly, Chico State, and we've actually had graduates of our Ag Academy attend all of those universities and colleges here locally as well. Okay. Medical academies or medical pathway programs, we're the second one in Merced County. The only other school that has a similar program is Delhi, and we're the only high school in Merced County that has an Ag Academy.
And with those 2 academies, we have just received grants from the state. We're going to build a new medical building for the medical academy that is happening in that building. We have a year to get everything approved by DSA. So we're hoping to break ground on that next spring. So about a year from now, and then it'll be about a year when we get to take occupation of that building. We are also adding a building onto the ag building through our grants also. With some of the different pathways that we have in ag for the ag mechanics pathway. So we have 2 brand new buildings that will be added onto the campus within 2 years.
Yes, and that's like Ms. Sally said, thanks to the grant that we received, and also Measure S that we passed in the November ballot. So that's all. Thank you to everybody in our community for the support for that.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so because these are options, not everybody needs to apply, or not everybody wants to be in one of our academies. We do have an application process. There's, we've presented at all our feeder schools, so most of your students should have already received this information as well. And they received it from their teachers. Teachers have posted it in their Google Classroom, but you can also contact me. But there's a Google form application. It asks for basic contact information for the student and for the parent. And then I have essay, or I call them essay responses. They're really short answers. I told the students, give me 3 paragraphs. I give them 10 questions, and they can answer 3 of them, whatever 3. It asks about their leadership experience, you know, what or why are they interested in joining our academy. Very simple, short answers is what I'm looking for. And actually, this is the questions are actually the UC personal insight questions that all of our seniors will do. So this is kind of front loading them a little bit and giving it to them a little bit ahead of time, giving them that edge so that when they're seniors and they see these questions again, they're like, oh yeah, I remember this. I've written about this. So that's kind of what the first part of the application process. And then we will do interviews. Usually we do in person, we go out to the feeder schools and we interview the students in person. This year, we're going to be doing some pre-recorded interviews. So the week of May 24th, I will be sending the students instructions on their interview and how they're going to record their interview and send it over to us. And then students will receive the acceptance notices the week of June 7th. Okay.
And if you're worried about paying for medical school or paying for kids to go on to a UC or four-year college, many scholarships out there. Yeah. So do not stop or do not have your child not do this because you're worried about how am I going to pay for this. We will help you work through all this, and it's very, very important.
And the ag class that you asked, it is free. Ag exploration, it is a free class.
All of our classes are free. Even if your child does dual enrollment through a college, it is no cost while they're in school with us. No cost for the books, no cost to take the class. We actually have a junior who will be a senior next year that will have achieved an AA degree by the time she graduates from high school. And
that's the next slide, Miss Allie.
Yes, sorry. So
it's okay.
Happening.
Okay, so Miss Allie did start talking.
For the ag classes and medical, are only a certain amount of people allowed to apply, or you're taking as many students as possible?
We aim our cohorts to be anywhere between 20 and 25 students. So depending on how there'll be some years that I have more ag applications than I do medical. And then there'll be other years where I have more medical than I do ag, but we aim to keep our classes 20 to 25 students. Our current senior class for both academies was a really small cohort. In my medical cohort, I have 14 students, and in my ag cohort, I have 16 students, but we always aim for 20 to 25. That's what we take. And there will be, like I said, years that we have more and the years that we don't. We really look for this to make sure that it's a right fit for the students. Is what we're really looking for, that make sure that we're going to be able to offer what the student is expected and that they're going to get something out of it as well.
Okay, so a little bit about our dual enrollment program. We do offer dual enrollment classes, which are college classes that our students take during their high school career. We offer some through Merced College, and we offer some through West Hills College. West Hills College offers almost every class online, which is why we like that option. It provides the option for all of our students who don't necessarily have transportation to get to a school. They can take up to 3 classes per term, summer, fall, and spring, which is how our junior is almost finished. She took her first class right when she graduated from 8th grade and has taken classes every term since. Our school, we provide all of the books, any books that are required by the course. Our district covers that for the students, and community colleges provide free tuition to our students. Some courses can be dual credit, and that means you get high school credit for the class and college credit. Others, you just get college credit on the side, okay? One of the options is our seniors can take English 1A if they choose to, which is their freshman college English class that they are guaranteed college credit going into whatever college they end up going to. They'll have their college English requirement done. And we do provide, I teach that senior class, so I provide support for those students as they take that online class. And we are trying to expand that into more classes for juniors and seniors, where we have a teacher on our campus providing support to make sure they're successful. And our seniors have been really successful in that class so far. If you want more information about dual enrollment, you can contact me or Mrs. Maciel. And then we gave out paper course selection forms when we visited Plainsburg and Lee Grand Elementary. We also sent the Google form where they can fill out the same information to their teachers and to CEC. So By Friday, we'd like to have that course selection form back, whether it's the paper or the Google form, so we can start planning for classes, what sections we need, because it's a big freshman class coming. We have a lot of planning to do. Ms. Galan.
Awesome. So I'm up next. Again, I'm in charge of kind of all student life and leadership here on campus. And so the first big part of that is ASB, our Associated Student Body. And that's basically our leaders on campus who are representing our whole school, which is made up of our senior students. And then we have class officers. So your students can get involved starting right off the bat at LGHS by running for class office. So we usually wait about a month into school so students can kind of get acclimated and get to know one another and the layout of the school. And then we'll put out applications for students who are interested in representing and leading their class. And so some of their responsibilities would be fundraisers, because their junior year, they'll be hosting prom, senior year planning their senior trip. But they also are in charge of getting students for our activities like our rallies, homecoming, Winter Olympics, and our lunchtime activities. So that's just one opportunity that students can get involved in leadership. And then we have a ton of different clubs that students can participate in. And just like I believe Miss Ali said earlier, you get out of high school kind of what you put in it. So if you want to experience new things, meet a lot of different students, learn new skills, clubs is a great way to do that. So some of the clubs that we have, the first one is Academic Decathlon, very similar to Pentathlon that CEC and Lee Grand Elementary has. Students who participate in Academic Decathlon study a bunch of different subjects. They get quizzed and they compete against other students throughout the county. And top scorers from each school earn scholarships. So that is one way that you can earn some scholarship money for college. We've had a young lady, she's very active in a bunch of different clubs in our FFA program. And she's earned a scholarship all 3 years she's done decathlon. So that's already $1,500, going towards her college. We also have a restorative justice program. It's part of our after school impact program where students can interact with one another. They represent a student panel to give feedback maybe for students who are struggling, maybe behaviorally, but it's a lot of fun. A lot of our students stay after school for that. We also have DECA, that's our more business and business management club. That's coached by Mrs. Benson. And so DECA is another club where students can interact with each other and get the opportunity to travel. We have book club for all the book lovers out there who like to read. They compete every year in Battle of the Books, where they read a long list of books and then get to compete against other students with their knowledge. We have the anime club that's been going on for a few years. That's ran through our after school program for students who really love Japanese culture and anime. We also have a weightlifting club, power lifters who like to work out and just to kind of promote healthy living. We also have a culinary arts program ran through our after school program where students can learn how to cook for themselves, especially healthy meals. We have JSA, also known as Debate. We have a huge FFA program here. I'm also the FFA lead advisor. Our FFA program is over 350 students, which is probably 80% of our student body here on campus. Lots of ways where you can get involved. We have different pathways: horticulture, ag mechanics, and agri-science. So if students are interested in participating in our FFA leadership program, that's definitely an option. We have NAMI, that's one of our medical clubs that's promoting healthy living as well as strong emotional support for students. We also have MECHA on campus as well. And then of course our ASB student leadership. So we will be having some club fairs once school starts for students to kind of check out what these clubs have to offer. And again, all of these opportunities are 100% free for you to participate in as a freshman. And then that leads Miss Pradell into sports.
All right, so hello, everybody. So I'm so excited next year that we're going to be somewhat normal. What is normal? I don't know what normal is. I'll tell you right now, we have 7 sports going on in the month of end of April to the end of June. So we are very busy in athletics right now. So next year, like Ms. Campos says, I always tell all the students, you are starting out. Let me shut this door real fast.
See, with the multiple sports, Ms. Perdal has practice at 6:30 in the afternoon in the gym.
Okay, sorry. So like Ms. Campos says, you guys are coming in, you're starting with the 4.0. So it's going to be, I always say the ball's in your guys' court to keep that 4.0. You're always starting out with straight A's, and you can keep those straight A's if you put in the work. So next year, when we're back to normal, we are going to have, in fall, we're going to have volleyball, softball, and cheer. Cheerleaders will start having tryouts here probably at the end of May. We'll send flyers out to the elementary schools letting them know when we're going to have tryouts. And then that's usually a 2-day process. You learn the cheer, or you come, then they teach you the cheer, and then the third day, you do the cheer, and then they tell you if you make the team or not, and then go from there. Stay tuned. I'll send that flyer out to you guys as soon as I get it. So that's during fall. And then in winter, you have girls basketball, girls soccer, and boys soccer. So those are all your winter sports. And then in springtime, you have softball, baseball, and track. This year we did have a few students that enjoy running. So we started a little cross country team. And so we did have some students participate in cross country this year. So those are all the sports that we have. So the biggest thing is for sports is you have to have a 2.0 and you have to have a physical. Those are the 2 key components to participating at LeGrand High School. A lot of students, I'm sure that some of your parents I've had as a student, or your siblings or your aunts or your uncles. So they've put LeGrand on the map. So we've had a lot of great athletes come through LeGrand High School and put LeGrand on the map, where we are very well known in the community for having good sports here at LeGrand High School. So I will know July we will start having physicals, and we offer physicals here, and we usually charge you guys $10, and we have MFA doctors come out and they do physicals here. And last time we did I think 50 girls and about 50 boys in 2 days, and we did all those physicals, and then they were good for the whole year. So I know that some students may take physicals right now, and I know with insurance, you can't have it till the day that physical expires. So if you're an 8th grader and you've taken your physical just this last few months, make sure you hold on to it and you bring it to me, because you'll be good up until next April. So just make sure when you go to the doctor, you make a copy of it and bring it to me when you start back to school here. Are there any questions about athletics? No questions? I can't see if there's any hands raised. Feel free. I know during summer we will have summer workouts, like volleyball. We'll have summer volleyball workouts. I know basketball does summer workouts. I know that we have 8th graders coming over after school lifting weights with football. So once they graduate, they will be able to start having football practice and doing 7-on-7. I know that during the summer, we do have summer programs. So if your son or daughter are interested in those programs, you can send me an email, or have your son or daughter send me an email, and I will give them the email that they need to the person they need to contact for that. So other than that, I'm excited. I know that I'm a parent too, listening to you guys, because I'm having freshmen next year. So I'm excited for that as well. So any questions, feel free to call me or email me. I'm always here.
It looks like we have a raised hand by Martinez. Mr. Martinez, did you have a question?
Yes, I have a question.
Yes.
For the physical, she said for us to hold on to, if she goes to the doctor, if Isabella goes to the doctor, to hold on to her physical from the doctor. Is there a special form we must take to the doctor, or whatever they give us is acceptable for the high school sports?
So we do have a form, but I know that a lot of our students go to Golden Valley Health Center for their physicals, and They don't specifically say cleared to play sports. So if you're taking your son or daughter to those, make sure that it says cleared to play sports. But we do have a physical form here at school. Like I'll use for an example, like I have a freshman that got her physical last May, and so it doesn't expire till May 14th. Well, we just started volleyball, so she brought me her physical from last year, and then it expires May 14th. So then May 15th, she's going to have her physical. So she brought me her physical form, and she had to call the doctor, but it says cleared to play sports. And so that's the biggest thing that we want to see on there is cleared to play sports. And so if it's not on the physical form that you have, just make sure they write it. And then we have a form that will staple it and then send you another form that you fill out your history.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so I will be speaking in part of Impact, and Impact is the after-school program here at the high school, and it has a variety of activities that students can participate after school. They have a tutorial, cooking, anime, physical activities that they play outdoor. Here in front of the campus, they play soccer, frisbee, or volleyball. So it gives them a little pastime so they can stay after school and get caught up on tutorial. They also provide tutorial for those students that need one-on-one services and getting caught up with any assignments they need. They also have a leadership team where they talk amongst each other on how to improve schools. They also do community service, figure out things to improve the campus and improve the community as well. They also have gaming. So I know one of the advisors there at Impact hosts a gaming session for students to watch. They also have a photography class and or a photography after school program. Their program is provided Monday through Friday after school until 3 p.m. and they provide transportation after school. They also provide transportation for those athletes as well around 4:30 or 5. When we were back to normal, I'm pretty sure they'll do that again. And they have an Instagram page that they have. Their @ is right there on the screen if you want to take a screenshot of that. And Lucero Vera Sanchez is the coordinator of Impact. So if you have any questions for her, you can contact her there. And we will move on to the next slide unless anybody else has questions about Impact.
Anything I got to tell?
All right, so I'm going to talk about the Restorative Justice Program because Mr. Maciel is in the Spanish presentation. So his office is in room 19C. We call it the Thinkery. And one of the purposes of the Thinkery is if something's going on in class, students just kind of need to get out of the room for some reason. It gives them a place to go. Teachers can send them there. If we just need to separate students for some reason, and he will talk to them and find out what happened and kind of get to the root of a problem, talk them through it. If there's a conflict between that student and the teacher or another student, he'll work with both of them to try and resolve the conflict so things can move forward in a positive way. So those are all things that happen in the Thinkery that Mr. Maciel helps students and teachers with. And then technology. So every student enrolled, and especially this year, you guys have all been using technology a lot. Every student will receive a Chromebook the first day of school that will be your Chromebook for all 4 years. Okay, so you want to take care of it. You will get the same one, or you will keep it. Did in the summer, we don't do any of that. You keep it for 4 years, all right? We do have insurance that's available for purchase at Roundup or later in the year if you need to purchase it later. We suggest you do it at Roundup. It covers any, Daniel, correct me if I'm wrong, not loss, theft, breakage, something else it covers.
Theft and accidental breakage.
Yeah, so if it's intentionally broken, it doesn't cover it. But anything else, it covers most things.
Water damage?
If it's accidental, yes. All right.
Hi, it's my turn now. My name is Estela Bustamante, and I am the parent liaison here at Lee Grand High School. I've been here for 2 years now. It's been a pleasure working with this team. Awesome team here at Lee Grand High School. I'm here to help you navigate through whatever twists and turns that happen here at Lee Grant High School when it comes to communication with the teachers, with the community, with administration. I'm here, so if you need anything or if I can help you with anything, feel free to call me. I also have the honor to introduce our new student advocate, Daniel Barrios. He's here to help the children. He provides a safe and confidential space for the students to openly discuss life's troubles and struggles with such as depression, anxiety, relationship conflict, self-esteem, and suicide. So if there's anything that you need somebody to talk to, Daniel Barrios is the one to come to. He's great. He's a really nice guy. Thanks.
Okay, so I'm back up. COVID-19. As much as we hope it's totally gone by the start of school, we know it will not be. However, we are being told, and when I say being told, I have been on a weekly call for over a year now with all the other superintendents and the Merced County Public Health Department. So we have a call every Wednesday morning at 9 o'clock, and we go over and how it affects school and what's going to happen. So we know that we will be in school 5 days a week next year. So everybody will be back. We will be back Monday through Friday. The things that we know for sure, masks will be required inside the classroom. Outside the classroom, there's still some debate on that. But inside the classroom, definitely teachers will be masked and students will be masked. Nose swabs. So we do have a rapid antigen test for all staff and students that is done twice a week. One of the things that we're getting ready to do is we're actually going to get to do prom for our juniors and seniors, and they are all going to have a nose swab or the rapid antigen testing before the prom to show that they're not COVID positive, so that they can dance and have a good time. Social distancing. Not sure. More than likely it will be 3 feet, not the 6 feet we've all been doing. So it looks like we'll be 3 feet. We have sanitizing stations located around campus. We have both hand sanitizer gel that you just use your foot and to press on it, and it's in your hand. We also actually have hand washing stations, because we know after you've gone into a classroom 4 or 5 times and you're using the dispenser to sanitize, it gets a little sticky and icky, so sometimes you just want to wash your hands. So you do not have to go into the restroom to do that. They are located around campus. Right now, seating in classrooms is 6 feet apart. That will definitely go down to 3 feet and maybe even less than that by the time school starts. Also, we have regular sanitation in all of our rooms. Also, one of the things I want to assure parents is if we do have a positive, COVID positive case, we end up doing contact tracing from that person, see who they've been in contact with in a 6-foot bubble of that person for 15 minutes or longer. We call parents. We immediately, if it's a student, we immediately ask that teacher and all those kids to move out of that room so we can go in and sanitize that room immediately. So another class does not come in if somebody has tested positive. So I want to make that clear that that is happening. We also have a lot of information on our website about staying safe. So And again, the website is on here. You can click on this on our webpage and it will take you to different videos, things about COVID-19. We encourage anybody 16 and older to be vaccinated. It's not mandatory at this point, but again, we encourage that. The more that we get vaccinated, the sooner we get to take our masks off. So that's the important thing, is keeping everybody safe, and that's what the masks do. Okay, next one.
COVID.
So for more information, if you have any questions about anything that's come up tonight, you can call the attendance office at 389-94000. Sorry about that. You can go to the staff directory on our website. Our website is www.lghs.k12.ca.us. Also, you will be able to find more about 8th grade information under our website, under apps, pages, and class of 2025. We also have some Instagram pages for the high school, for FFA, ASB, Impact, and we have the LeGrand High Facebook. Tons of information. If you can't find something, again, I encourage you to call. We're here. And I always say the only dumb question is the one we don't ask. There is not a dumb question, because if one person has a question, there's probably 3 or 4 others that have the same question. So ask your questions. Next.
I see a hand up.
Okay. Oh, Martinez again. Yes, ma'am. No?
Sorry, I don't have a question.
Oh, okay. Okay. Things to look for. So lots of information goes out on Parent Square. And parents, I know you're probably tired of Parent Square after a year like we've had, because we send everything out on Parent Square. But that is our way to get a hold of you as a parent. Teachers will send information to you out on Parent Square if possibly the student hasn't been turning in homework. If they just need to get a hold of you. Parent Square is the first place teachers are going to go and send a message. Okay? Also be looking for information on a math academy. We always try to do a summer math academy for our 8th graders, because most 8th graders go straight into integrated math 1, but some of our 8th graders, especially if they've attended the math academy, have moved on into integrated math 2, so it puts them ahead. And usually our math academy, and I don't know that it will happen this year, but our math academy usually happens at UC Merced, so kids get a different experience. Also, things to be looking for, as Ms. Pradell told you earlier, there will be lots of information coming out over the summer about the different athletics that will be having summer practices, or just for the kids to come in and start working out and conditioning. So be aware that you will start receiving things, could be as soon as the end of May, as people start seeing schedules and things, that you could start receiving information from us. And then we have Roundup that is usually 2 weeks prior to school starting. I don't believe that date has been determined yet, but and Roundup happens throughout the day. We always save freshmen for the end of the day because we know parents have to bring them in. At Roundup, you will get your classes. You will get, you can pick up PE clothes at that time. You can purchase your ASB card. And if you purchase an ASB card, it will get you into all the games for free for the whole school year. ASB cards are still going to be $40, Ms. Galan, or are they $50?
I think they were 50.
Okay. And that I didn't know for sure. So that's why I said 40 or 50.
They're usually 40 at Roundup, and then if they don't buy them at Roundup, then when school starts, they're $50.
Okay.
But I
And
don't
we'll
know
send
how-
more information out about that once we get closer to Roundup.
And again, ASB cards will have lots of different things that you will get access to different things by having an ASB card. Okay, next. Any questions? So now we're down to questions. Any questions that anybody may have that we have not answered at this point? I know we have given out a lot of information tonight. And again, we have recorded this so you can go back and look at it again. And again, if you have a question that comes up later, you can email Dr. Martinez, you can email myself, you can email anybody that has been here tonight, or you can call the school office. Oh, it says thank you and stay for the free raffles. So I'm not sure how that works. So Daniel? Oh,
Yep.
hang on, I got a question. When is Roundup? Roundup has not been put on the calendar yet, but my best guess, I'm going to tell you the week it will happen is the last week in July is when it will happen. And it's usually on a Tuesday or a Wednesday.
That would either be July 27th or July 28th.
Sorry, gracias. Okay, Daniel, I'll let you go with the free raffles.
Okay, so now is the time for our raffles. We will be raffling out gift baskets, PE clothes, ASB stickers, gift cards, and spirit packs. So we will choose 5 winners from this session, and I'll write the names down, and let me drop a link in here for whoever wins. Whoever wins will, I'll remember that name, don't cheat me, but I'll remember that name, and I'm gonna randomize our attendance here, and our first winner is Idelfonso Moreno. So Idelfonso Moreno, if you can click that link for me, please fill out your name, your email address, and we'll keep that in mind, and we'll get in contact with you so we could get you a prize for you. So our next winner will be, let's see, I'm getting our administrators here too. Jaslyn Pulido. Jaslyn Pulido, if you're in here, click that link and we will get in contact with you.
Hey, well, Daniel, if you get me, I'm a parent right now.
Let's see if you get picked out right now. Let's see. Next one, randomize. Samantha Sanchez, if you're in here, Samantha Sanchez, click that link, fill out our information, and we'll get in contact with you. Brenda Reyes Zamora, if you are in here, click our link and fill out that information and we'll send you something. And our last person will be, well, Miss Campos, but Miss Campos is an admin. Let's see, I got myself. Last one is Arieli Gonzalez. Arieli Gonzalez, if you are in here still, click that link and we will get you with the prize. So that is all. Now I think we'll just, if that's it, then that's it.
So we have a couple of questions. So again, Roundup will either be July 27th or 28th. We will be sending information out through Parent Square if we have your email addresses. If not, then we will mail it through snail mail, as I like to call it. So, but you will be getting any additional information. Will either come Parent Square, email, or through the mail.
And I know after July 1st is when your students become our students. So after July 1st is when you'll start seeing any messages we send to our parents.
And then somebody asked when school starts and what time does it end? School begins at 7:55 and it ends at 3:10. And there's about a 40-minute lunch in there. Jaslyn, the link is under Daniel Calleja, and he just put it in again.
Well, let's see here.
Oh, it says they need permission.
Let's see. Let me get that fixed real quick.
Okay.
And you guys should have access to it now. You guys can, those winners can click the link and you guys can fill out that information.
Any other questions? So I want to thank all my staff who were with us this evening. I want to say thank you for the ones who put the presentation together, for parents and students. Remember, this is recorded and you will be able to access it on our website, so that if you want to go back and watch it again, or if you know any friends that missed it, you can tell them to watch it. And then if you guys have any questions, again, just call the school at 389-9400. And then that will get you the front office, and then they will direct the call to where it needs to go. You can also email us. It's usually the first letter of our first name, and you can find all our email addresses on the website. But it's usually the first letter of our first name and our last name. So for me, it's dally@lghs.us is the shortened version.
So I know somebody asked about Parent Square, like Ms. Lopez said, that you are going to be, they're going to become our students as of July 1. So once they become our student, you are automatically going to be, all your information will be transitioned over to our database. And then that's where we're going to have access to send out Parent Squares to you.
Yes, we've already received your students' information from their middle schools. And so once July 1st hits, they'll become active for us. And so you should start getting messages. If you don't start getting messages in July, go ahead and contact the school and let us know, and we can look into it and see why you're not getting messages.
So again, thank you to everybody for being here this evening. We appreciate your time. And welcome, class of 2025. We're excited for you guys to be here. So welcome to La Grande High.